What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Elite Suite, and we are here with episode 23 of the Trading to Glory, and today EA have dropped a madness for us. We're making a lot of profit. It's probably going to be a longer episode than normal, but it is going to be worth watching the entire thing. So if you guys have been enjoying this series, be sure to drop a like on it. If it's been helping you out, be sure to drop a like on it and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Let's go ahead and start it off with the transfer targets that we picked up in yesterday's episode. We've got Mustafis, Pedros, Mahrez, Matip, and a Schneiderlin sprinkled in there as well right here. So, we'll take a look at the Pedros first. We've got 4 of those Pedros. We got one for 2,400, one for 2,200, one for 2,100, and the other one for 3K flat. We've got a couple Mustafis here for 3,000 coins as well. We're going to start by looking at the prices and how they've been affected by these new squad building challenges. So, Pedro has gone from that 2,000 coins on bid up to 3,000 coins on bid. He is up to about 4,800 on buy now right now. You can get some snipes. It looks like that's obviously not on the market anymore. We can go ahead and refresh the market and get an accurate showing of cards just by adding a max price to it, and it looks like they would be selling for about 5,000 coins now. So we are over doubling our coins on Pedro on a couple of those cards. And then we've also got Mustafi, who I haven't taken a look at yet. Mustafi's probably risen as well. We got him for 3K. He's over 4K. He is about 5,000 coins, just like Pedro. We're not even going to take a look at those 84s. Let's head to the transfer list, where I've picked up some other investments that I picked up this morning before I went to class. I had a midterm, unfortunately, right when these new squad building challenges came out. So that means that my profit was a little bit hindered. I probably could have made a lot more. Kramerich is a card that I focused on. I picked him up because, well, he is in the current team of the week, which kind of limits how high he can go up, but I knew that people would be looking at him to finish their squad building challenges, so I was able to pick him up for 12,750, pick him up for 12,000 there, another one for 13,500, another one for 13,500, so on and so forth. I got about 9 of them, I think, maybe 10, as you can see all the way across. The other card that I picked up was Mascherano and Pepe. We'll get into those in a minute, but let's go ahead and take a look at Kramerich first. Kramerich is a card that is a 84 rated card, but he's also in form, which adds to the value of him, obviously. So, we picked him up for less than 14K. He has risen all the way up to, it looks like, 18,500 coins right now, and probably even higher. The longer I wait on this card, I feel like the more he's going to go up until at least Saturday. So I'm going to be holding on to him for now. Guys, the biggest tip I can give you to start this off, guys, is when the panic begins. Right when the squad building challenges are released, cards will go up immediately, and they're going to skyrocket if they're needed. So informs like Kramerich, informs like Mustafi, or, you know, regular cards like Mustafi, regular cards like Pedro, regular cards like Pepe, they're going to skyrocket. But then, from over-investing and from people who are impatient with their investments, they will drop again. That's going to be a second opportunity to invest in those cards. They're still needed in the squad building challenge, but the supply is continuing to drop the card's price from undercutting, panic selling. And with that being said, that's a second opportunity to invest. So Kramerich went up to 22,000 coins. He dropped all the way down to 14K again. As you can see, he's up to 18K again. That happens every single time there's a squad building challenge released, whether it's Player of the Month, marquee matchups, whether it's, you know, these new icon SBCs, it doesn't matter. That's the trend every single time. So learn from that, kind of use that for your advantage, and make profit on the next squad building challenges that do that. The next thing I do want to talk about is my Inform Harry Kanes. Now, I listed them overnight, as I said, and they sold for a ton of profit. I made like 60K in total. However, today they actually got hyped up a little bit more because there was a leak on Twitter that said that Harry Kane was going to be the player of the month. Now, I do believe the leak. I do actually think it's real. I think that Harry Kane will be the player of the month. That's kind of caused his Inform to rise a couple more thousand coins. Now, it's not been significant, only a little bit more expensive than what I sold him for. He's now going for like 330. So I lost out on 20K profit right now, which sucks, but I'm still really happy with how much profit I made, and there's nothing I could have done about that, you know? Really unlucky timing for when I sold my Canes and when this leak came out. There's nothing I can do about that, but what I can do is guarantee my profit on those Canes, and that's what I did, and I made a decent amount of profit. So that is what I'm happy with. I also sold a couple of these Stefanellis overnight for 13,750. Now, with that Harry Kane leak, Stefanellis did crash. If you're holding a Stefanelli, it's really not your fault. There's nothing you could have done. That is really just a fault on EA's part that they're allowing these leaks to happen. Now, also, Premier League, they have a part in it. You know, Premier League allowed that picture to be leaked as well, and it sucks for investors that completely got screwed over by something that's completely out of their hands. I'm still holding on to a couple Stefanellis. I got lucky with these few. Then we've got Fosu right here. Fosu is a card that got hyped up because he's Inform and he's English. So Inform and English, has his card gone up. I've still got, I believe, a couple of Fosus, so I'm profiting even more on the Fosus, but I'm losing a little bit of coins on the Stefanellis that I didn't sell quite yet. So I'm going to sell my Fosus tonight. I might hold my Stefanellis until the morning just to see if they get a little bit hyped up going into Aguero, so I'm not 100% sure on the Stefanellis at this point. Here's the next thing we're doing. 86 rated gold cards have gone up a lot because of the new icon squad building challenges. The cheapest one right now is Miranda at 22,000 coins, but he's getting bought at 22k within about a minute, maybe 2 minutes at the maximum. That's what he's going for, 22,000 coins. So with that being said, Pepe, he is a card that is maxed out at 10,000 coins right now. That's his range. It's maxed out at 10,000 coins. So if you were able to get him for 10k, once they update his range, even with the amount of people that have invested in him, I think that he is going to average out at least over 10,000 coins. I can see him at least 14,000 coins once they update his range. So even with the panic selling and everything, I think this is a great investment. I've got a few Pepes already on my transfer list that I was able to buy a little bit earlier today. Now, I just sold another Fosu there. I'm probably going to be selling the rest of them. I got a Pepe here. That's the 10k one we just got. 8.9 right there. We got a 9.5 right there. Then we've got right here another 9.5. We've got another 9k right there. Then we've got a 9.4. We've got another Pepe right here for 9.5. We've got another Pepe right here for 9.5. And looks like we got one more right here for 9.4. Do I have any more? Yeah, we got one more here, 9.3. And that's going to be it for Pepe's. Nope, two more on this one, 9.6 and 9.5. Then there's all the cards that I listed up for lazy buyers that didn't got bought. Kramerich right now. We got him for 14k and less. He's still rising. I think he's up to about 18.5, 19.5k now. We're looking really good. We've also got our investments for the Player of the Month. Now, here's the reason why these Player of the Month cards were such good investments now, because I can hold these going into Player of the Month and still be pretty confident with the investment because they'll still be used in the other SBCs with the icons. So even if they're not directly used in the Player of the Month, they'll still be used in the icons, which is going to prevent them from crashing too much in price. So that's why I like these a lot. I'm going to probably be risking it going into it. Pedro, I've got him. He's about 5.1 thousand coins right now. Mustafi is nearing 5,000 coins as well. We're making a ton of profit already. Now, I could take my profit and run, but I'm not going to. I'm going to risk it because if they are needed in the squad building challenge for a Player of the Month like Premier League 83 or 84 rated team, they're just going to absolutely go up even more. Like, maybe double the price that they currently are. So I'm willing to take that risk right now. Considering that Pepe is maxed at 10k, he's going up every couple of seconds at 10k, and some I've seen for as low as 2,000 coins get listed. I don't know who's listing that, but they're crazy. And they are going up on the market for like 2k. I saw one for 5k. I saw another one for like 6k. Most of them are between 9 and 10k. Most of them are 10,000 coins. But since the next cheapest 86 rated in the entire game is Miranda, he's extinct at 22k. He's not even going up in the market anymore. And then the next cheapest is Ribery, who's up at 24,000 coins. Now, obviously, Miranda's going up on the market, but like he's not up on the market for more than a couple seconds at the most. He's getting bought immediately. Ribery is the next cheapest 86 rated. He's 24,000 coins. Considering that 86s right now are pretty much about 24,000 coins, I think that once they update Pepe's range, even though there's probably a ton of investors that are going to panic sell and undercut once he gets updated, he's still going to be above 10k. Because if the other 86s are 24k, I just can't see him being less than 10,000 coins, especially because they are selling nearly immediately every time he goes up for 10,000 coins. So I'm going to go ahead and take as many as I possibly can. Unfortunately, right now, I can't snipe any Pepes at all. I think there might be a bot set up to snipe every single Pepe, so I'm just going to give up on that. I've got enough Pepes. Right now, I've actually still got this PK that I was able to get for about 20,000 coins here. He's going for 30k. He's not even on the market right now, but considering that Handanovic is going for like 32k and he's 87 rated, Verratti's even cheaper, but he is extinct as well. I'm going to go ahead and sell my PK, and I'm going to pick up a couple more Verratti's. I think is going to be a better idea because PK is not going to go up as much as I think Verratti would, considering that Verratti's maxed out at 21k, PK's maxed out at 30,000 coins. You also have to consider the fact that more people have definitely invested in Verratti than PK, which could also be a factor on keeping Verratti lower than PK, but I'm going to go ahead and take my profit here. I'm not going to get greedy. He might go up later, but over time, I feel like these cards are going to have less and less demand because you can do these icon squad building challenges for quite some time. They will be on there for a while. So with that being said, I'm just going to go ahead and sell because they're hyped up right now. People are doing these SBCs within the first couple days, and that's why these cards are so expensive, but they're not going to stay like that, especially as we get more packs open on Sunday when there's squad battle rewards, and then when we get Halloween later this month, and that's going to be causing a lot of packs to be opening to pack those new cards. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and sell that card right now. I'm probably going to sell a lot of these cards. I'm waiting for Pepe for his price range to be increased because right now he's extinct at 10,000 coins, and if I were to sell a card that I got for 9,500 for 10K, I'm just getting my coins back after tax. That's literally 9,500 coins after tax. So I don't want that. I want more profit than that. We've got a Mustafi there. We've got a few more Otamendi's that we haven't sold. We've got a couple more Mascherano's I'm holding on to. Pedro's are making us absolute bank right now because he's up to over 5,000 coins. And we're making absolute bank on Mahrez. We're making absolute bank on Dyer. He's almost doubled in coins right now. It looks like he is doubled in coins from what we got him for 2K. And then I did pick up one Verratti right here. Not fresh or anything, but 21,000 coins. This is maximum right now. Once they update price ranges, you will see a little bit of panic selling and undercutting. My tip to you, do not list right when they're updated, because what's going to happen is they're going to drop down, and then they're going to bounce back. I've told you guys that several different times, but I want to reiterate it. It's one of the most important things to know with squad building challenges. Right now, I'm still looking at my last-minute player of the month investments. I just picked up a Cazorla here for 2,400. As you can see, he's going for like 3,300, even on bid, but that's about what he's going for on buy now as well. So that's what I just got him for on bid. I'm going to keep picking up cards like this. I actually picked up an Otamendi, and I picked up another 83 rated card from the Premier League earlier. I can't remember which one. It might have been Mahrez. But if I can pick up any more of these guys, probably for less than 3,000 coins, that'd be a good deal. Let's go ahead and see exactly what he's going for on buy now right now. Should be about 3,200. Let's see. 3,300, as you can see, he's on the market. 3,300 is what he's at, so 2,400 is a really good one on bid. I only bid on like 3 of those cards, too, and one of them just fell through, and we were able to get a good deal on him. Otamendi's a good one as well, but the reason that I'm not going to be investing in any more Matips or Schneiderlins is because I don't want to be a part of over-investing. Everybody's looking at 83 rated cards from this league, from Premier League, and the cheapest by far are Schneiderlin and Matip. And so everybody seems to be investing in those, which is going to cause a little bit of over-investing. Sure, they'll go up if they're required, but the cards that are really going to go up more are the other 83 rated that aren't being invested in more, like Otamendi and Cazorla like we just picked up. So I'm going to pick up probably as many of the Cazorlas as possible. Plus, I think that Otamendi's going to be pretty cheap just because people have probably over-invested in him for Aguero's Player of the Month, and considering Aguero is very unlikely to actually get into the Player of the Month, considering the fact that Harry Kane was actually leaked. It's all over Twitter. It's all over Reddit. We explained this earlier. It was actually leaked to be the winner. So if that ends up coming true, then Harry Kane, then Aguero is not going to be the Player of the Month, and none of these Argentinians are going to be going up in price very much, especially because of the panic selling and the undercutting that's going to be involved in Otamendi. Here's the thing. Otamendi could be required for a Premier League squad that's like 83 or 84 rated. That will require for the Player of the Month, Kane. But with that being said, Otamendi will still be going down because it's not Aguero. And he will probably be very cheap to buy on Friday morning. So when you guys are watching this, you might have already known who won Player of the Month. They might have already announced it by the time you're watching it. And if so, Otamendi will be crashing. That's when you need to pick him up. Pick him up when you think he's at his trowel at the lowest point, because he will go back up, especially if he's required for the Player of the Month Kane Squad Building Challenge in like a Premier League requirement. Here's another one of my last-minute investments, an 82-rated Xhaka non-rare. I feel like 82-rateds are really overlooked right now, and you might need some of the lower-rated cards. So I picked up a Xhaka here just to kind of add another no-risk investment here because he's only 450 coins on bid. Right now he's going for like 800 on buy now, so it's not ridiculous profit if I were to sell right now. But we could see if he's used in tomorrow's Squad Building Challenge. But what I did notice is that Mane's Player of the Month expires at 6 p.m. UK on Friday, the day that this goes live on YouTube, which means that the Kane Player of the Month, or possibly the Aguero, but most likely Kane Player of the Month, it's going to be the Kane Player of the Month. Kane Player of the Month is going to be dropping at probably 6 p.m. UK tomorrow, which means that you're going to have a few hours in between when we know the Player of the Month is going to be either Kane or Aguero, which I believe it is going to be Kane. And that will give you guys like 3 or 4 hours to invest in different cards and sell into the hype. So you would want to invest in the overlooked cards, 82s like this, but you would want to sell your Inform Canes or your regular Canes and whatever it is that you've invested in for these Player of the Month cards whatever you invested in, you will want to sell into the hype before it actually drops, unless you're so certain that they will rise with the player of the month. I am going to be taking the risk with some of my 83 and 84 rated Premier League players because I don't feel like they'll drop that much if I'm wrong. And the profit I'll make if I'm right is phenomenal. So that's why I'm taking the risks there. So unless it's a risk like that, I wouldn't take it. Stay safe, especially for your informs. I'd sell those without a doubt. But we've got a couple more Xhakas to add to the list. And let me go and show you guys a couple more of my players that I've actually picked up off stream right here. And I've added them to my transfer list as well. As you can see, we're up to 69 items on our transfer list. So we've quite filled it up in the past few hours. Now, I have been recording a Del Piero Squad Building Challenge Cheapest Solution, and that'll be going up 2 hours after this one drops at 11 a.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. UK. You guys know that every single day, the Trading to Glory drops at 9 a.m. Eastern and 2 p.m. UK, so 2 hours after that. But I also picked up Williams here for 1,000 and less, but I also got a few for less than that. So I got this Williams for 900 right there. I got another Williams right here for 750. I got this Xhaka, I think we just added that for 450. I got this Xhaka for 600. This Williams for 750. Scrolling across, we're going to have a couple more. Another Williams for 800. Then we've got a Mesa right here, another 82 rated non-rare. We got him for 400 on bid. Then we've got another Williams right here. We got him for 800, and then we were able to pick up another Xhaka for 450. So just kind of be smart. Think of the things that are being overlooked. Maybe you won't be profiting a ton off of them, but you're going to take any profit that you can possibly get. I'll probably relist these cards up overnight. But here's one thing that I want to talk to you guys about, and that's Weekend League rewards. They dropped on Thursday, the day before this is going up, so yesterday. When this happened, the cards that were being flooded on the market kind of dropped the prices of big cards a little bit temporarily. But since there's so many more coins on the market, so many more coins in people's clubs, especially the Weekend League players, cards that are in value for the Weekend League are actually rising a ton right now. And they're going to continue to do this within the next couple of weeks, I imagine. Like Kante, he went from 180 to 230 within a few hours today after Weekend League rewards comes out, which is kind of contradictory to the fact that there would be more supply of Kantes. But the demand has risen because more people can afford them, which is causing the cards to go up. That's a concept that you guys need to kind of get to understand, that it'll exponentially grow through the next few weeks, and cards will continue to rise as long as they have value in Weekend League squads. So Kante is a perfect example of that. Maybe Inform Azpilicueta is a perfect example of that. Probably Eriksson Inform, especially after he goes out of packs, is a perfect example of that. Let's go ahead and take a look at our Walker. And this is a card that I'm going in completely blind with my point here. I have not checked OTW Walker's price at all today, but he was 210,000 coins yesterday. So I want to see if he's actually gone up, and if he has, then my point is proven, and if it's not, then I will stand corrected. But I imagine that he's up at the least 5 to 10,000 coins up from what he was. And right now, as you can see, he is up in price. Is he over 220? He isn't over 220, but that's debatable because that card's only been up for 4 minutes. So he is up 10,000 coins right there. He has gone up. It looks like maybe 225, around 220 to 225 is what he's selling for. I could probably sell it for 230 if I listed overnight. But given the fact that Walker hasn't been upgraded with an inform yet, it kind of hinders the fact that he would rise a ton. But he has risen. He has risen 8,000 coins from what he was yesterday. And I think he's going to continue to rise, especially going into this weekend. He might drop a little bit at the end of the weekend because of Weekend League selling, but especially next Thursday, I think he's going to go up even higher. He could reach 230, 240, and within the next couple of weeks, 250. And if he does have a good game, I'm going to hold on to this Kyle Walker. I don't have any plans of selling that card. The final thing I want to talk about today, and I know I said it was going to be a longer episode, but I got to go to bed. I got a morning class, so it's going to be a little bit shorter than what I expected, but still a pretty good episode. So if it did help you out, be sure to drop a like as we get into this final tip. We saw Casillas and Promes, these two cards, go into concepts the other day. Since then, they have been removed, but it does point you to the idea that they could be the next two League SBCs. Now, will they be dropped tomorrow, the day that this is going up on Friday? Possibly. I don't think so. seems a bit too early to add 2 more leagues to the League SBCs, considering that the second set of League SBCs that we received in FIFA 17 came in like very late October or early November. So it would seem very, very early to be about 2 weeks into the game and already have 4 different leagues for the League SBCs. Now, it is possible that EA will drop them, but I doubt they'll drop them on the day that this is going up. However, if they do, then it might be a little bit too late to invest. If they don't, then get in on these investments. So you're going to want to find the teams that are probably going to have the higher rewards, like for Porto, maybe from Liga NOS, that would be good. Possibly Benfica and Sporting, getting cards from their teams, especially like fullbacks or center backs. Those cards normally go up in price a lot, especially if they're silvers or bronze cards. And then over here in the Russian league, you've got like Zenit and Moscow teams that are going to have the better packs as rewards, and more people will do them. So picking up fullbacks and defenders, or if they don't have many right wings or only one right wing, pick up that one right wing card. Go ahead and invest smartly, guys. Pick the right teams and then pick the right positions. That's what I gotta say. We'll get into this a little bit more in future episodes, as I don't think it's that urgent right now, but it's always good to pick up these league investments, storm away in your club, and wait for the right day to come along and make that profit. So hopefully you guys enjoyed today's episode. As I said, be sure to drop a like if you guys did enjoy the video, and I'll also be dropping another squad building challenge guide in 2 hours after this video is going up. So this is going up at 9 a.m. Eastern, and the next video will be going up at 11 a.m. Eastern. That's the Del Piero Squad Building Challenge Cheapest Solution. Also, drop a like if you guys want to see the Player of the Month, either Kane or Aguero Squad Building Challenge Cheapest Solution when that does come out. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace out.